the Chase Thomas Podcast, for people who have nothing but time to kill.
Seeing a team play with 2 weeks left in the season and then meeting in the Super Bowl, and it being a rematch from 10 years ago.
That's not bad. It's a good storyline. It'd be juicy. That'd be a fun battle. And I think you can make the case that's the two best teams in NFL.
Lamar deserves a Super Bowl chance too.
Yeah.
I have so many memes stored for this game.
JP's ready. Jarrett, who you got? Flacco or DeVito as a bigger mid-season QB surprise for you?
This is so stupid. I gotta say, I've really enjoyed the renaissance of Joe Flacco. Coming off his couch, joining Cleveland. And I remember I was watching Chris Long's podcast. It was after his first game, or after he just got signed, somewhere in the past few weeks. He was talking about how like he ran into Joe somewhere, and he asked him like what his plans were. And Flacco said, I kind of want to keep playing. And Chris Long's like, really? And lo and behold, obviously it happened. Look, he's played really well in the 3 games that he's played. Now, he did have 3 picks against the Bears. And I think a lot of that is just the fact that, he's still getting the timing down with Amari Cooper, still getting the timing down with the rest of the receivers and whatnot. A lot of it just look like timing issues with the interceptions. And the fact that it didn't phase him. He then proceeded to throw just a hilarious. If you go back and watch the all 22 of this touchdown that he throws to Amari Cooper in a window with 3 Bears around him coming in on an in-breaker, it was I watched it and I literally was like, Joe Flacco, you son of a bitch. Like, he doesn't waver, and the arm talent is still there. And now Cleveland has all but locked down a wild card spot. Whomever they play in the wild card round, they're not going to be an easy out. I think that Flacco has definitely been like the bigger one just because the Browns are in playoff contention. It's the 4th quarterback that they've gone through this season. Kevin Stefanski right now has to be coach of the year, by the way. With all the injuries that they've dealt with on both sides of the ball, and the fact that they have 9 wins, are holding the top wild card spot, they're going to be a playoff team. Flacco's definitely been the more impactful one just because like the Giants are 5-9 right now. DeVito's been like a fun, like meme story, but it's not like he's played great. Like it's more for like the goofy vibes than anything why people like DeVito so much. I'm kind of over it, if I'm being perfectly honest. Boo!
I was over it. I was over it when the family negotiated the visit and made him like charge like $10,000 more.
No, like it's maybe I'm just a humbug when it comes to stuff like this, but it's fun. Like, it's a cult player. He'll never have to buy a drink in New York again. It's fun, but like he's not great. Like, let's look at his stat line from the game from last Monday night against Green Bay. Like, yeah, they won, and he, I guess, had a game-winning drive, but like he didn't play great. It was more so Joe Barry's just a really bad defensive coordinator. And then against the Saints, I think he got knocked out, and then he came back in. I'll have to go back and revisit it, but he didn't play great. The Giants still aren't good. The more impactful signing has absolutely been Flacco because the Browns actually have playoff aspirations. The more like vibey signing, I guess, or what's the word I'm looking for? Emergence has been DeVito just because people like Italian food and doing this apparently. But
okay, don't act like it's not.
Don't act like it was.
Don't act like it's not fun. You're not better than that. You're not better than that at all.
You think you're better than us?
I gotta tell you, I have not in the past month since he's taken over a quarterback. I have not once until now done this. So
but you don't have to do this to appreciate it. It's
fun.
Respect
the big ragu. You have no respect, sir.
Dog. He has a like. You're too young to not love that his agent came out looking the way he did the first night. Like,
and he continues to do it.
Like, he came out dressed like he was wearing like an all green suit yesterday. He looked like
with the Concord Jordan 11s, by the way. Yeah. Incredible move.
I don't know what that is. But he
yes, you do.
The Notre Dame logo if he like got a trust fund. Like that's what it reminded me.
But that's the thing. He didn't even look like a trust fund baby to me. He literally looked like a Reddit edgelord that like just so happened to come upon somebody.
I'm not dunking on him or anything. He seems like a fun guy.
But that's what was part of the charm for me. Like, it really looked like a guy that just like lived on Reddit, like found $100,000 on the ground, and that was like the first outfit he bought.
I cannot believe you said you didn't know what the Concord 11s were.
I'm not a sneakerhead, man.
I'm not either. I don't know what they are.
The white and black Jordan 11.
Oh, is that what those are?
Iconic. Yeah.
They're one of the most iconic Jordans ever.
And they're also
if we see it, we sit. We know.
It's very much one of those situations.
Yeah.
I would pronounce it Concord.
The only thing I know about Jordans is what they sing about in the song 23 whenever Juicy J says Flu Game 12, Space Jam 11s. That's the extent of my knowledge on like basketball.
I do remember they made Space Jam Jordans at one point. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Galaxy?
I have them.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Those look pretty cool. I remember those back in the day.
Yeah.
Was it like a decade ago?
I mean, longer than that, dog.
Is it really? We're old, Evan. I remember that being a big release date.
Those shoes were literally, I mean, Space Jam came out in like 93, 96, something like that.
But I think they did like but they did like a.
They just brought them out again. That doesn't mean, that's not, they've re-released them a couple times.
Oh, I didn't know that. I had the i3s when I played AAU and everything. I was a big Allen Iverson, the zip up ones. And then I like the T-Max.
And junior high, I had the John Wall, like Reebok Zig-Tex.
If you ever say that in junior high you had John Wall shoes again, I will fight you. I am
different era, Evan.
I'm too old to be hearing that. I had when I was in junior high, what shoes did I have?
I also junior high must be an up north thing. Did y'all call it junior high? We just called it middle school.
Middle school, yeah.
Yeah, it's middle school.
Did they call it junior high in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what it's referred to. At least at my school, it was junior
high,
like 7th and 8th grade.
In my like 4th and 5th grade, I think I had the Grant Hills. To tell you how old
I didn't know he had a shoe deal. What was Grant Hill's shoes? Hold on.
He was wearing Felix, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I had the John Wall. He had like the Reebok Zig-Tex, and then the next year, 8th grade, I got the Derrick Rose Audi Zeros, which, by the way, a really intricate shoe because like they really didn't weigh anything. But bro, they felt, I can't even describe what they felt like on my feet. It was weird. It was kind of like water shoes almost.
Adidas makes great shoes that look good on your feet, but they are terrible for any sport.
Yeah, man. Like I wasn't a fan of like they looked good, but I wasn't a fan of like wearing them too much. But I grew up a Bulls fan. Derrick Rose is one of my favorite athletes of all time. Actually, sitting on my desk right now is a Derrick Rose bobblehead. So growing up a Bulls fan and wearing, like, I wore number 1. I had his shoes. I did his free throw routine too. That was he banged the back of his head and dribbled it 4 times, spun it. I did that. Everything that Derrick Rose did, I wanted to be Derrick Rose as a 14-year-old. And so I had his shoes. And once he got traded from Chicago, I cried. And then that was kind of when my love for basketball began to die.
I want to be Mark Brunell.
Really?
Yeah, that
I
makes
had that
sense.
jersey. Lefty.
Yeah, that totally tracks, actually.
I also had the Kerry Collins Panthers jersey. I was all in.
Really, that is, you just, I mean, I don't even have a joke to make about a Kerry Collins jersey because that is the punchline.
I had a Jamarcus Russell.
The guy was a legend. He kept going. Right, good for him. Penn State legend, Kerry Collins.
Jamarcus Russell jersey is in my closet right now.
Raiders or LSU?
Raiders.
Yeah.
Why?
One of my closest friends had it, actually. I can't remember why he had it, but he had a bunch of jerseys at one point.
It was popular in Atlanta for a while. I remember seeing a lot of people with the Woodson Raiders jersey and the Russell Raiders jersey.
Yeah, I mean, the Raiders jerseys are just clean by themselves, but I think he got it. But it's like an official like patch, all that type of stuff. So I don't know how much he paid for it or when he got it. But
JP is not a fan.
I remember I hung it in my dorm room. So I had a Johnny Manziel fathead next to a Jamarcus Russell jersey in my freshman year dorm room. And I remember I posted a picture of it on Twitter, and Mike Freeman from USA Today said something about it and like made a joke about it. And that's how that was like my first interaction with Mike Freeman. So good times.
There you go. Which naturally brings us to another question. That's quite a
tangent.
I mean, this is, hey, it's fun. I'm about it. Buy or sell JP Acosta. The Chargers should go after a big name like Jim Harbaugh or Bill Belichick for their next head coach, or they should go a different route and maybe go younger and unproven for their next guy.
So I'm going to temporarily sell.
Okay.
I don't think that they should go after Jim Harbaugh because I don't think Jim Harbaugh is going to leave. I thought he was going to be if anything, Jim Harbaugh is a Midwestern ass dude. Like he is such a Midwestern dude that I doubt he goes back. I doubt he goes back to California.
I mean, what he has coached 3 teams in California.
Yeah, I'm doubting he goes back.
I would say he's probably more Californian than you think. Don't let the milk and slacks
But he is also so uniquely like Michigan, and also they're giving him like an extension that he's going to.
Let me just say, I feel like it depends on who wins the presidential election. It depends.
Go. Nicely done, nephew. The Chase Thomas podcast. Hell yeah.